Hello interclass student, you are watching Sindh College Lectures YouTube channel. Once again, this is your teacher Mehtab Mirani Baloch, Assistant Professor in Chemistry at Ibn Rushd Girls Degree College Mirpur Khas. Today's topic is comparison between the reactivity of an aldehyde and a ketone. It's a very important topic to understanding the reactivity of these two important functional groups. We are going to take some examples which can help us to understand the reactivity of aldehyde and a ketone in a very simple method. So this is lecture number 5 for chapter number 9, in which we are going to discuss the reactivity difference between aldehyde and a ketone, and this is about the interclass chemistry. Before starting to check the reactivity comparison between aldehyde and a ketone, it is very necessary that we know the actual structure of an aldehyde and a ketone. On the behalf of their structure, we can easily explain the reactivity of these two important functional groups. As in the present slide, both groups are mentioned with their structure. So carbonyl of the aldehyde group contain one hydrogen at least, and the carbonyl of the ketone must contain two alkyl group on both sides. So the presence of these groups with the carbonyl group show that both are the different functional group, and both functional group have the different reactivity rate. To check the reactivity of aldehyde and a ketone, it is very necessary to understand the actual stability of the carbonium ion. See, in the primary carbonium ion, one R, which is present in a blue color, is present for the support of the carbonium ion, but its support is not enough, because on the second hand side of the carbonium ion is a hydrogen, and hydrogen is not supportive in the hyperconjugation towards a carbon. So primary carbonium ion are less stable and more reactive. How can we say that compound or these ions is a more reactive and less stable? Because the stability is inversely proportional to the reactivity. If the stability is smaller, then they are the more reactive, and in the secondary carbonium ion, two alkyl group are present on the both sides of a carbon, and both are helping to attain the stability due to the hyperconjugation. That's why secondary carbonium ion is more stable. If this secondary carbonium ion is more stable, it means it is a less reactive. Why it is less reactive? Because both the terminology as stability and the reactivity is inversely proportional to one another. On the behalf of this concept, now we are going to take the example of aldehyde and a ketone and check their reactivity. As the carbonyl carbon is directly attached with one hydrogen in the aldehyde, so as you know, hydrogen is very small element and it doesn't help towards a carbonyl carbon to attain the stability. So in the aldehyde, only one alkyl group is present which support for the stability, and their support is very little. That's why aldehyde are less stable. Due to their less stability, aldehyde are more reactive. Now check the carbonyl of the ketone. As the carbon of the carbonyl group in the ketone is directly attached with the two alkyl group, and as you know, alkyl group are bulky group as compared to hydrogen, so their support is also bulky. This bulky support will create a more stability towards the carbonyl carbon. When the carbonyl carbon became more stable, then its reactivity is affected. It means their reactivity is going to be decreased, because the stability is inversely proportional to the reactivity. So this example helps us that aldehydes are more reactive than the ketone. This second slide will further explain in detail that how alkyl group which is attached with the carbonyl of aldehyde and with the carbonyl of the ketone play important role to get the stability. See the structure of an aldehyde. Arrow which is starting from the R, which is an alkyl group, is moving towards a carbonyl carbon. It means this R is going to help for attain the stability of the carbonyl carbon due to the hyperconjugation. But hydrogen is not able to support the carbonyl carbon's stability. That's why it is less stable and more reactive towards the nucleophilic reaction. Similarly, when we are going to check the carbonyl group of the ketone, it's bearing 2 alkyl group, and you will check here there are 2 blue color arrow which is moving towards a carbonyl carbon, show that both are ready to stabilize the carbonyl carbon. So this carbonyl group of the ketone group is a more stable, that's why it's a less reactive towards the nucleophilic reaction. Again, another example, we show that how can we explain the reactivity difference between the aldehyde and a ketone. Here there are 3 structures which is present in this slide. Formaldehyde, which is a first member of aldehydic series, and it contains 2 hydrogen on the both side of the carbonyl group, and as we already discussed that hydrogen are very smallest atom element, so it doesn't help for the stability. That's why aldehyde is a very less stable and more reactive. Now check the middle structure. This is also a structure of an aldehyde, but this aldehyde contains 1 alkyl group and 1 hydrogen group. So in this aldehyde, 1 supporter is present for the carbonyl group, so it is more stable and less reactive than the formaldehyde. Now check the last structure, which is the structure of a ketone, and it contains 2 R group. Both R group support the carbonyl carbon, and this carbonyl carbon will be more stable and less reactive. So the red arrow show the reactivity order. Aldehyde are more reactive, formaldehyde are more reactive than aldehyde, and an aldehyde is more reactive than ketone. This is an example of a nucleophilic addition reactions towards aldehyde and a ketone, and this slide show that mostly the nucleophilic addition reaction is happening towards aldehyde and a ketone, but there is a restriction towards the ketone. Unhindered ketone having the ability towards a nucleophilic addition reaction, but when the R of the ketone, alkyl group of the ketone are a bulky or a branch, then their reactivity is still going to be decreased as compared to aldehyde. I hope by taking these examples, now you are able to understand the reactivity difference between aldehyde and a ketone, why their reactivity is different, and how can we understand the different addition of the nucleophile towards aldehyde and a ketone carbonyl group. Thanks for watching and wait for a coming lecture.